Hey guys, it is John C. Morley here. Welcome to IFYL. I am so happy that you have decided to join me here tonight. We have another amazing show for you guys. You are definitely checking out IFYL, Inspirations for Your Life. And you'll see there's a QR code at the top right hand corner of the screen. Why not get your camera, point over that QR code like so, touch the yellow lips, and you'll get my link tree just as easy as that. But if you're not watching me, but you're only listening to me, well, then just go to believemeachieve.com for more of my amazing, inspiring creations. Definitely check that out. I think you guys will be pretty happy that you have definitely done that. So we'll get into the topic here in just a moment, but I want to thank you for being here, whether you're here at 8:15 at night, 8:15 in the morning, 3 a.m., 3 p.m., 12 noon, 12 midnight, potato. Thank you so much for being here with me. Really do appreciate that. We'll get to our master topic, ladies and gentlemen, in just a second, but I want to take a moment because everyone always says to me, hey, John, what is it you do? And so I thought I would just take a moment or so and share what it is that I do. So here's what I do, everyone. I'm a podcast coach and specialist in helping businesses tell a story that leads to them growing and being more scalable and profitable. I typically work with companies that bring in about 10 million or more, and I help them find their story. You could do that in lots of different ways. And if they already have a story, then I help share what that story is to other people that are very interested in their products and services. I make them curious, even if they weren't before. And then they ask questions, and yes, many of them choose to do business with them. So definitely check that out. If you want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me by visiting orbitalmediahub.com. Click on Contact Us, and we'll be happy to set up a complimentary session with you to see if we're a good fit to help you with your story. I am a member of the International Press Association, just renewed my badge just the other day, which is coming due in November. Very grateful for them accepting me in their organization. So let's get into that master topic, shall we? I know I'm ready for it. So our big topic of the week is how to love yourself. I can't stress how important that is. But the master topic for tonight, October 13, 2023, Unveiling Success. The Accomplishment Trio. Unlock Your Best Life. Series 2 means we're in the second year. Show 41, episode number 7. All right, so let's get right into this, shall we? All right. So when we think about loving ourselves, we have to recognize what a healthy relationship is. And if we don't know what a healthy relationship is, well, then we better figure it out. Because being in an unhealthy relationship will just cause us to be stagnant or, unfortunately, gentlemen, to step backwards. That's right. I said to stay stagnant or to hop backwards. So definitely something I think that you're going to want to definitely check out. And I know, ladies and gentlemen, that relationships might not be easy. I know this. And so if we think for a moment that our life could be better if we were able to manage relationships better. And I don't want you to think that a relationship is about pleasing them all the time. It's not. You see, it has to be a two-way street. And also, you have to be around people that you're going to want to be around. You might say, well, gee, I've got to be around this person. They're successful. Yeah, that's fine, but you don't have to be around them. Hey, Ken, of course, absolutely, I love myself. Savor the flavor of the awesomeness in me. You are so welcome. It's great to be here with you, Ken. How to love yourself has been an amazing, amazing journey. And I will tell you that when we think about loving ourselves, relationships don't always pop up because we're like, well, that's the other person. That's not me. But a relationship is directly related to you. You know, a relationship is a mirror of how you treat yourself. You might say, well, gee, I have to be friends with that person, John. No, you don't. Yeah, but they're like the bomb. They're like this. They're like that. No, you don't. Why do you have to be friends with them? You don't. That's a perception, ladies and gentlemen, that's going on in your head. Our whole world is perceptions. Perceptions. And I'll tell you that it's all about, understanding what's going to make sense, right? What's going to make sense in your life. And I think it's important to understand what that is. Okay? Understand what that is. And if you understand what that is, then life can be pretty amazing. Think about that for just a moment. Think about that for a second. I can tell you that you're probably on the fence because things are not going the way that you expect them to be. I'll tell you that life happens. Okay? Life happens. And life happens by what's going on. And so we need to learn how to love ourselves. We need to learn how to stay around positive people. If people are not positive in our life, then we definitely need to break away from them. Now, not in a nasty way, but because if we don't, we won't be showing others that we love ourselves. And if people see that, they're going to be like, oh, I can just abuse John. I could just abuse Mike. I can abuse Sarah. Right? That's what it's about. And if that's what it's about, then I feel that life is going to make a change for you. But it starts with you recognizing that you are very important. If you don't know that you're important, your relationships are not going to see you as important. They're not going to respect you. So you have to love and like yourself first, and you have to respect yourself, and others will. If others are not loving and respecting you and liking you, chances are you're probably not liking yourself. Keep an accomplishments folder. This is a great thing to have, when you've done things in life. And share this accomplishments folder with yourself every day. Okay? Share this with everybody that you know. Everybody you know. Everyone you know. And as you do this, you're going to find out that you're pretty amazing. But most people don't take the time to celebrate their own life. They just don't. And the reason they don't do this is because they've never dug deep to feel what it's like to enjoy an accomplishment. I want you to take a moment right now and think about people in your life. Think about situations in your life. Maybe it was the first time you got a great check from a job, or if you're in the sales business, it came from that, right? What is it that made you feel really good? What is it? What is that one thing that made you feel like absolutely like the world is like, your oyster, like you could have anything you want? Because it's these feelings, ladies and gentlemen, that drive us forward. It's these feelings. It is these feelings. It's these feelings, and these feelings make a difference in your life and my life. Wise people always said, feel it first, manifest it second. We can't make something happen in our life if we don't believe in it. That's where my slogan comes, believemeachieve.com, right? You can see that on my hat there. But if we don't understand that it's truly about us, okay, then I feel that we're going to be missing the mark every single time. I mean, every single time we're going to miss that mark. Every time. And if we miss that mark, then we're going to be kicking ourselves like, why did I do that? Why did I allow that to happen? Why didn't I do more? Well, because, you see, our body is human nature. We don't get involved with something because we're like, oh, that was a hassle. I don't want to do that again. Okay? We don't want to do that again. And if we don't want to do that again, then it's about knowing that we don't want to live that pain again. Okay? It's about knowing we don't want to live that pain again. And so, people only do things in life for two reasons: to avoid pain and gain pleasure. That's why our hospitals are so busy, because people want to stay out of pain, or people are in pain. But I think we got to focus more on pleasure. And when we focus more on pleasure, our body and our mind and our heart, remember we said our heart a long time ago, runs our body. The heart has more communication lines to our brain than our brain does to our heart. When we can acknowledge that and understand that this is true, we'll start to be able to see the world in a different way. A different way. A way that's going to be pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. And I have to tell you that it's about life. Okay? It's about everything that's going on for you. And, you might do something 3-4 times, and then suddenly you do it again, and it sparks an emotion. It sparks an epiphany in your head. Then now you're like, oh, now I know why I'm doing this. I get it. Okay, you get it. If you get it, I don't care when you get it, that's when life starts to change. That's when the magic happens. You've heard me say that before about other things. That's when the magic starts to happen. When the magic starts to happen, you become a passionate, free creator, able to have whatever you want. The universe isn't about time. The universe is about belief. The universe is about energy. Okay? We talked about thoughts. We talked about energy. Okay? Wherever our thoughts are going, that's where the energy is going to flow. Wherever our thoughts go, that's where the energy is going to flow. And I want to share one more point tonight, and that is to celebrate your accomplishments with a jar. So a great thing to do is when you've done something and it was amazing, put it in a jar. Whether it's small, whether it's large, whether it's just you, whether it's other people, whether it's a large group, write it down, and I want you to write the feeling at that moment that you felt. Put it in a jar. Like maybe, I don't know, I just received an award for best citizen in town. Or I received an award for my generosity in helping our community. Whatever it is. Or I received a recommendation from one of my business colleagues or one of our clients. Write that down. Now, do that every day. And then at the end of the year, I want you to take out that jar. The time when you're like, oh my gosh, what did I do? Take apart that jar, maybe on New Year's Eve day, or let's say New Year's Eve day. Take it out, read it. I just want to take this opportunity to thank John and his team for his remarkable tutelage and coaching with my podcast. I felt amazing. So when you can put feelings down on paper, you could use emojis, I don't care. And so now that you've got a lot of these, this is going to keep priming your pump, right? What happens if you put a pot of water on the stove, okay, and you suddenly let it boil, right? It boils, right? What happens if you put logs on a fire and the fire starts to go down? Well, you add more logs on the fire starts to burn bright again and strong and give more heat and off more energy. And so, if we can understand that little analogy, then the energy that we push forward into ourself will compel us to become a better version of ourselves. Hey guys, I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It's been an amazing privilege, a pleasure, and an honor to be with you this fantastic, yes, October 13th, October 13th, 2023. And you guys might know it as Friday the 13th. And so, what is the omen about Friday the 13th? Okay, so Friday the 13th combines two taboos that come from the Bible. According to Stevens, based on the story of the Last Supper of Jesus. 13 people were seated at the table, and it happened on a Thursday. And he was arrested on that evening and crucified the next day on a Friday. So 13 is associated with a terrible event. And so that's why. But, it could have been any day. But I have to tell you, my Friday the 13th was amazing. And so you can have an amazing Friday the 13th too. Just remember your belief. It's another day. It's another number. It's just another something. But it's not going to stand in the way of me continuing my journey on a wonderful path of success. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an amazing topic next week, but I'm not going to let it out of the bag till tomorrow. And I have a great guest coming to us all the way from California that actually rides horses. I'm going to tell you about his story. You're going to definitely want to tune in for that next week. It's amazing. That's going to be next week. That's going to be October 18th. If you do miss it, you can always tune in to the replay or catch it on the podcast audio 24 hours later. But I wanted to say thank you to you guys. You know why? Because Inspirations for Your Life at this very moment has hit 26,500 downloads. Wow. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. All right. So this information that I'm sharing with you has the power to change your life. It has the power. I'm not saying it's going to. You have to make that choice to whether you're going to allow it to change your life. I can lead you to the best high-quality water. But if you don't drink it, it's never going to affect you. I hope you guys have a fantastic, amazing evening. Before I do say goodbye, which I do unfortunately have to do, I want to tell you one more time what it is that I do here for people all around the world. So, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that missed this, I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur and podcast coach and specialist in helping businesses tell a story that leads to them growing, being more scalable, and profitable. I typically work with companies that bring in about 10 million or more that either know their story or want us to find their story and share it out with people so they'll become curious about what they do, ask questions, the business will learn about their problem, propose a solution, and then potentially do business with them. Ladies and gentlemen, we are opening our show up to advertisers. So if you'd like to get the word out, we're going out to thousands of people. And what better way than to associate yourself with a podcast that stands for advancing and improving your life as well as the lives of others. Now, we don't always share what you want to hear, but I tell you what you need to know to grow. Let me say that again. I tell you what you need to know to grow. And that's why you want to keep listening and watching IFYL Inspirations for Your Life. I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It has been an amazing privilege, a pleasure, and honor to be with you this fantastic evening. I hope you'll like, love, support the channel, comment below, tag your friends, colleagues, and associates, share this out with everyone you know on social media. Of course, click on that link to help keep our content free, and make the choice. Buy my team and I a cup of coffee, a bowl of fruit, or a scrumptious bowl of desserts. Either way, we'll be grateful for those pennies and dollars. We'll invest them into new hardware, new technology, new equipment, new software, even new facilities to give you the most jaw-dropping motivational content to empower you to have a life that you've been sitting on the bench waiting for it to call you into play. Have yourself a great one, everyone. I'll catch you on the next episode, which will be our new master topic tomorrow, October 14, 2023, with a really incredible topic and a great guest coming up next week. Be well, everyone. Talk to you soon.